What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Regardless of what Bob Arum stated on what Tyson Fury wanted as a confidentiality on how much he would make, the Nevada State Athletic Commission has released the fight purses between the two fighters. Now get this. Wilder getting $5 million. Tyson Fury getting $5 million on top of a $25 million guarantee for both fighters, plus a pay-per-view upside. Okay, and Bob Arum's projecting this to do at least 2 million pay-per-view buys, and realistically, it should do a million pay-per-view buys. Eddie Hearn is projected to do 600,000 pay-per-view buys. So the projections look good all the way around. Now, it's one of those things where I'm thinking about the fight purses itself. It looks strange to me. Those are great fight purses. It's split up the middle 50-50, just like, the first negotiations were. The first negotiation supposed to be 50-50. And Tyson Fury walked out to get the ESPN deal, which at this point now is smart because he gets the 80 million pound ESPN deal, a part of that deal. On top of this fight, he gets 25 million plus 5 million plus pay-per-view upside. Now, the only thing I question about this, and I don't want to sound like a hater, but don't you guys think it's rather strange that their fight purses are a guarantee of 5 million plus an additional guarantee of 25 million apiece? You know why that's strange to me? Is because why didn't they just say they're getting $30 million apiece plus a pay-per-view upside? Now, that would be great, and that would sound more concrete than they're getting $5 million. They're getting $5 million plus additional $25 million apiece plus a pay-per-view upside. Like, it gets me to thinking, well, where does the 25 million come from? Did they come up with the fight or on both sides? Did ESPN come up with 25 million for Fury, and then PBC and Fox came up for 25 million for Wilder, then plus a pay-per-view upside? And then that would make sense, because then you can see why they didn't spend so much money on pay-per-view promotions, okay, advertising, things that they need to get this fight off the ground for people to know what this fight was about and what this fight, to project it, to get it out there. But it just seems shady to me. I don't really know. I mean, again, it sounds good. Either 5 million looks about right because of the two fighters, but the 25, honestly, a piece, that sounds like it's based off something like the pay-per-view. I think the pay-per-view is what's going to produce the 25 million per each fighter. I think what it is, this is what I really think it is, because this is according to Dan Rayfield, okay? I think that the pay-per-view, they projected to do so well of numbers that they can guarantee 25. And regardless of what it does, they still got to give those fighters 25 million apiece from that revenue. So that means they've had a deal, since it's split promotions, split networks, that those fighters get 25 million no matter what. So I think they get the 5 million first, right? Automatically guaranteed. I think that's the money that they're coming up with. And then the 25 is coming with whatever the upside for the pay-per-view is. You know what I mean? That's what I think it's good. That's what I really think it is. But I could be wrong. But if it's right, regardless of what people say, because everyone wants to know how much they make to compare it to what he could have made. And get this, $25 million plus 5, that's $30 million. You're still $10 million short per fight for Joshua. So you're getting $10 more million. And $10 more million is what he got probably the first 10 years of fighting combined. So he's still losing because here's the thing. He could have fought Anthony Joshua and made that money and then fought Tyson Fury to get this money here, not a replacement. Now all this is a comparison from what you could have had versus what you're getting. And what you're getting is still not what the DAZN money is. You know what I mean? So it sounds good, and people are all saying, oh, yeah, he's good to bet on himself. It would be better if he goes and beats Tyson Fury, if he beats Tyson, Joshua fight could be massive, right? And that's if Joshua beats everybody that he needs to beat with his mandatory. Now, that would be massive. But then what would it be? You know, but it's a big gamble at the end of the day because he could have done that, the fight that people want to see first. We didn't want to see Tyson Fury Part 2. He could have fought Joshua and made that big money, then came back and probably made more money now on this fight, because if he would have beat Joshua, this Tyson Fury rematch would have meant more. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, nonetheless, it looks good. It sounds great. 25 million plus 5, or 5 million plus 25 for both fighters, plus an upside of pay-per-view. It sounds great. I hope it's real. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you all been counterpunched. Peace.